Good morning, Charleston, the United States, the Philippines. We just want to say good morning. Hey, it's Greg Flanagan from Fridays with Flanagan. Every Friday we come to you at 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, unless, of course, it's 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which who knows what that's about. But it's a beautiful day here in Charleston. If you've never been here, come on down. We no longer wear masks, inside or outside, whether you're vaccinated or not. Even the school kids don't wear masks. So if you are risk tolerant, come on down. It's great. It's a little chilly this morning. We're at about 50 degrees. It's a little chilly for us. We're usually this time of year, we are in the 65 at night to 85 in the daytime. The Gulf Stream is still a little bit offshore. The water temp here is about 74 degrees. So much for that 5 o'clock 5 o'clock farm report from Charleston. It's been a crazy week, and we're going to get to our topic in a minute. The topic is, are you a lead generator or are you a lead receiver? I like to take the time to either talk about mindset or things that actually happened. So this week, we're talking about new home building. Now, we all know that new homes have increased in price because of demand, lack of inventory, low interest rates, and now they're increasing in price because of building materials. I was talking to somebody the other day. You know, a sheet of plywood is $100 a sheet, which is ridiculous. Absolutely. Used to be about $30, 25, depending on where you bought it. Now it's so extremely high that it's increasing the price of a house. How much of that stuff actually goes in the house is another topic. 2,200 square foot house. The last thing I saw was you got about $5,500 worth of lumber in there. So that $5,500 of lumber. Now lumber is what's supposed to be going up. Lumber, nothing else but lumber. The things that you build your house with. That rose 3 times. So now it's $100 for a sheet of plywood versus $30. So the average house, if it went up 3 times, you're talking about $15,000 a house on a 2,300 square foot house. You would think that's the price that it would increase by. Well, obviously it's not, because people are taking profits and the government is doing nothing about it. And I'm a little upset about it because our clients are getting hurt the worst. You know, some of these big builders, and I'm not going to name them by name because they might come back and libel me, throw a suit on me, but we had a client today. I mean, they're already paying $460 for the house. The house is already in. It's closed. The roof is on it. The stud walls are up. The sheetrock is on there, and so it's been that way for 3, 4, or 5 months. All they're doing now is just, you know, the detail stuff, putting in the cabinets, putting in the toilets, putting in the floors, painting it, cleaning up the outside. They just hit my client with an $18,500 increase in their total price. Whoa, you know, that's great if you're just contracting. You got to go with the price. You got to go with the price of the materials. But these folks have been in this house for going on 9 months. I think they contracted in September, and they're not due to move in until June, which is next week, next 2 or 3 weeks. And all of a sudden they get hit with an 18.5. Well, if you remember correctly, and tell me if I'm wrong, if you remember correctly, back in the days of mortgage, 2007, 8, 9, people were allowed to go to the closing table and get hit with additional fees. This is the same thing. That came from the mortgage industry. This is coming from the building industry. The building industry has to stop it. It's ridiculous. I don't mind paying for your increase in prices on materials. That's fair. That's fair. What they're doing here with these people, and they're doing it wholesale, people that are already under contract, people that already made these decisions and have budgeted for these homes, they're asking for $18,000, $20,000, $30,000 increase on the homes. It's got to stop. And I call on anybody out there that has this happening right now. I would love to put together a class action lawsuit, or at least put pressure on them publicly to make the nonsense stop. Okay, to stop in its tracks. We are going to see inflation. I'm of the age where I remember high inflation back in the 70s and 80s. If you haven't seen that yet, you don't know what's coming down the road. This is the start of it. It all starts with houses, because without houses, we don't have builders. Without builders, we don't have people that make the screws, make the sheetrock, hammer the nails. It all comes down to housing. So we got to make sure housing stays stable, and it's getting a little out of hand. So let's talk about this. It's another conversation down the road, and we just have to sit down and talk about it. Personally, I am very, very, I would love to see a class action suit. Bring pressure on these people and say, stop the nonsense. There's no reason why you're increasing pricing on existing housing that's already been built out, and these are new homes. So let's stop it. Drop me an email, drop comments in here, tell me you're on board, and I would love to put together a coalition across the United States to stop this in their tracks, because it's crap. To me, it's bullshit. Sorry for the vernacular. All right, today we're talking about, anybody got anything to say about that? I would love to hear your opinion on it. But today we're talking about, are you a lead generator, or are you a lead receiver? Two different things, right? Two different things. Here we go. Through the deck first. Join me as I pull back the curtain on some of the best kept secrets of the real estate world. Each week we dive into what's happening in the market and how we as professional real estate agents should be responding. Power onward. That's what we do here. That's me, your growth partner for success. If you have no idea what that's all about, I do run a coaching company on the side. I have all different levels of participation. Go to my website, poweronward.com, poweronwardmastermind.com. There's a calendar there. It's a Calendly calendar. Take a 15-minute, give me a call. We'll have a conversation. So I'm with Keller Williams. There's no hiding that fact. And, Keller wrote this book years and years ago from taking all the advice from mega agents, people that were making, $500,000, $600,000, $700,000. Some people say it's out of date. Some people say it isn't. Some people say it needs to be updated. Well, the numbers might need to be updated, but the basic concept is the same. And that is, to be a millionaire real estate agent, you've got to have leads. And to get those leads, there's two ways to get them. You can either lead generate, or you can lead receive. I can guarantee you that the lead generation is always going to outperform the lead receiving. So Gary has a triangle. I have a triangle. We all have a triangle. Leads, listing, and leverage. Today we're going to talk about leads and what you need to do. So in our Millionaire Real Estate Agent book, we have Think Like a Millionaire, Earn Like a Millionaire, Think Like a Millionaire, Earn $1 million, Net $1 million, Receive $1 million. We're going to do the same thing with the leads. So think, too many leads is a good thing. Now you have choices you didn't have before. I hear people all the time saying, I have too many leads, too many leads, too many leads. That's a good thing. How did you get all those leads? You lead generated. Whether it's Facebook, which is at the top of the funnel, whether it's Zillow, which is at the bottom of the funnel, right? You know what a funnel is? Up on top are the people that are just milling around. Eventually they will buy a house. Down on the bottom are the people that fall out that are actually going to buy a house. If you don't fill this funnel up, that funnel is not filled. The people at the bottom never come out. There's nothing to come out. And all you're doing is you're waiting around and saying, hey, I'm a real estate agent. And somebody says, oh, Greg, you're a real estate agent? Yeah, I'm in the middle of a deal. You want to help me? Sure. And that's how you get your business. If that's good for you, God bless you. It's good for you. It's good for me. If you want to make money in this business, though, and I mean serious money, to where you can leave your job, take vacations with your family, and do what you want to do when you want to do it, then you truly need to have a lead generation system. You need pillars in your lead generation, and those pillars, you should have a minimum of 4 pillars. Where are your leads coming from? Where are you intentionally going out and finding your leads? Are they paid leads? Are they open houses? Are they door knocking? Is it mail? Is it farming, right? You're going to send out 8 pieces of mail in 8 weeks. We've talked about that in the past. These are all things that you've got to put together. The last part of that lead generation is paid lead advertising. And I want to talk about that for a minute. There is good paid lead advertising and there's bad paid lead advertising. I've seen people buy bad lead advertising for $1,000, $1,200, $1,500 a month, and all they get are people that can't afford houses. It's because they trusted somebody on the telephone that sold them a deal and said, we're going to send you 100 leads a month. And they do. They send them 100 leads a month, maybe 125. But if nobody's buying houses, that's crap for advertising. More than likely, that kind of advertising is saying, buy a house, no money down. Buy a house, no credit check. It's saying something. It's talking to a group of people that can't buy a house. And you can have 500 of those. It's worthless. If you want to pay for advertising, pay for something that's going to give you, as a solo agent, 10 to 20 good leads. So where you're going to have a closing of 30, 35, 40%, knowing that these leads are coming in and they're actively looking to buy a home. That's important to do. And how do you do that? You spend money. Don't spend too much. If you don't have it, don't spend it. Remember, stop, green light, red light, green light. If you don't have it, don't spend it. So you got to think. Think like a millionaire. Start thinking, what am I going to do? What 4 pillars am I going to do? How many leads am I going to get? What do I need to get leads? Over the years, this is something you want to write down. Okay, over the years, if you want to sell 20 homes, how many leads do you need to sell 20 homes? Do you know? Any idea? Okay, I'm going to tell you how you do it. So out of those 20, to get those 20 homes, that 20 homes is 3% of everything you've touched. So take your 20 and divide it by 0.97. Let me make sure I'm doing this right here, guys. I'm always doing something. So we go 20 divided by 0.97. Nope. There you go. 20 divided by 0.03. 3% of the leads. 20 divided by 0.03, 666 leads to get those 20 homes sold. That's 666 leads over the course of the year. Break that down, divided by 12. And you're going to need 55 leads a month. Where are you going to get those 55 leads a month? You're going to break that 55 down into 4 categories, right? Whatever 4 categories you use, you determine the 4 categories. What do you like to do? Some people don't like cold calling. Some people love cold calling. But these are things that you're going to have to find. You're going to have to find 55 leads during the month to make this work. So work on that. 20 homes, 55 leads. 40 homes, 110 leads a month. Work on it. Get it straightened out. You'll make money. All right, so think a million. Think too many leads is a good thing. The next one is earn. When your lead generation methods are consistently bringing you more business than you can manage, that is when you will know you need to hire help. What is this all about? This is earn a million. Earn into a leveraged position. Once you get busy enough and you got enough leads coming in, you can hire yourself an admin. Right? Normally when you get up into that 20, 25, you're getting busy. You got a lot of things going on. You still got to lead generate every day for 2 hours. And then you've got to go back and you've got to service what you have already in the pipeline. Then you got to go back and service the ones that are under contract and the ones that are going under contract and the ones you're showing. And all of a sudden your day becomes very long and you start forgetting things. And this is where you have to earn into it. So the more leads you generate, the more closings you get, the more you're going to earn. And this is when you have to hire help. And of course, the first thing we do is hire help. Okay, we hire an admin. That admin is going to take a lot of this off your plate. Many solo agents and teams start with hiring a transaction coordinator. This is the person at the end of the day, when you have a contract that goes under ratification, or escrow, some people call it, this person steps in and takes over the closing period. What does that do for you? It probably saves you about 30 hours. Okay, 30 hours, 300 emails, all those questions about what day does the garbage go out and where's the electric company, all that can be handled by an administrator. It doesn't have to be handled by you, and this is where you're going to earn up to hire that admin. Does that admin have to be a full-time person? Heck no. It's just got to be somebody that's going to take something off your plate. So you hire the transaction coordinator. Maybe they charge you $150, $200, $300, $350 a deal, $350. I mean, that's pretty good. You don't have to deal with it anymore. Yes, you can still be involved. I personally do it, and I'm involved once a week. I make sure I call my client, and hey, is there anything I can do for you? Nope, everything's going good. Great. Megan, yep, Megan's good, and we go to closing. And it is unbelievable how easy your life gets all of a sudden. You have more time to do the interaction with your prospects, with your clients, with your customers. So get in there, earn the right to hire somebody. Third one, net. Once you start earning enough money, you're going to find, go back to hiring somebody. Greg, I don't have the money. The great thing about a transaction coordinator is you do have the money, because when you close, they get paid. If you're paying them prior to, they don't get paid. Think about this. If you were to bring this transaction coordinator on, and you could do 100 deals, that transaction coordinator only costs you $35,000. Some people bring on coordinators immediately, and they're costing them $35,000. They might be costing them $26,000. Well, that's a lot of closings you can have and not pay somebody to do your work. Right? You don't need a full-time admin. You need a transaction coordinator. Once you get busy enough, big enough, you want to start doing events, that maybe then you start bringing in your in-person or your in-house transaction coordinator. So you're going to net more money by using an outsourced transaction coordinator to help build those leads. Okay, so you're closing the leads, they're doing this, you're going that. You want to hire an ISA, that's fine too. That's another thing that once you get into that red light, green light, you can hire an ISA to take over your lead generation conversations, your monthly conversations, your quarterly conversations. But beware of this. The best person to close a lead is you. Nobody else can do it better. You're the one that got you here. You're the one that's going to take you to the next level. When you start saying, I don't want to do anything anymore, you better have somebody next to you that's just as good as you are, because you will lose. You will lose clients. You'll waste leads because they don't have the ownership that you do. It's your business, and you are the person that has to sell. You're the person that has to answer. You're the one that has to qualify. When it comes down to that, when you hand that over to somebody else, it's a gamble. You got to have the right person in there. So be mighty sure that you got that right person. Okay, so we're at net. So you have enough leads to exceed your goals. There is no other issue. It's all about you. You've got to do it. And then receive. Make sure you're not living in the business of lead receiving. Lead receiving is totally useless in our business. It's great if you want to do 1 or 2, 3 houses a year. hopefully I'm not talking to those people. I'm talking to other people, actual agents that want to do 20 pieces of business and plus. Uh, when you have enough leads, you get enough clients, you're going to have enough repeat business, and you're going to start receiving the leads through referrals, right? So now here's your fourth, fifth, sixth pillar is now referrals from past clients. So this is the four things you can do. Stick with it as far as the millionaire real estate agent. We got to think like a millionaire, earn like a millionaire, net $1 million, and then receive $1 million down the road. All right. Any questions on that? It all comes down to lead generation, folks. All comes down to lead generation. Which right now, sorry about that. Right now, lead generation is all about who has the listings. Anybody can have a buyer. I've said this in the last 6 months. Anybody can have a buyer. You need listings. How do you get listings? You door knock. You put lead magnets out. Raise your hand if you've seen, right? How much is your house worth? What do you think your value of your house is? Put your address in here. You know, very few people are going to put their address in there. Very few people. But if you go and have a lead magnet, magnet is, hey, 10 questions what every home seller should need. Hey, the fix-ups you need to do to sell your house now. These are things that people are interested in. They hit that Facebook post because they're looking, they're saying, yeah, my market's good, I might sell my house. They don't want to know the value. They're just starting to research. And once they start researching, that's when you need to be there. You need to be there, the first person on the bandwagon, to say, hey, look what I got to help you. I can do this, I can help you here, I can tell you that, do this, where to go, who not to talk to, who to talk to. So give them something of value. I don't believe that old, what's your home worth? Because, man, they can go anywhere. That's a commodity nowadays. It's no longer just us that has that information. Everybody's got that information. Heck, they can walk through their neighborhood and talk to their neighbors. What'd you get, Joe? How much did you spend? Do a lead magnet. Lead magnets are real good. Put that on your pillar. If you're going to promote anything on Facebook, lead magnets. All right, any questions on that? No questions? Cool. Of course, I got to get back to my space. There we go. Fridays with Flanagan every Friday, 11 a.m. Any one of our social media channels. Disneyland. What's Mickey doing on my thing? All right, this early bird access to our program. My program is called Disneyland, and it's all about turning your fantasy business into reality. Everybody has a fantasy business. Gosh, you know what? I want to do flips. I want to do this. I want to, have a team. I want other people to sell for me. Everybody's got a fantasy about what they want to do in this business, or any business for that matter. And this is where we start. It's a 6-week program, and we're going to go through. We're going to mind map your Disneyland business. What is Disneyland? Walt Disney, back in early 1950s, I believe it was 53, sat down and drew a mind map of everything he wanted to do. And it was a huge map, and I'll show it to you once you join us. It was everything that he wanted to do at the time, 1953. Now that mind map has grown quite a bit. We're going to go over the mind map. We're going to mind map your Disneyland business. What does it look like? On the second week, we're going to identify your mission, vision, values, beliefs, and perspective. This is not about, I need to do 1,600 to this, do 5 of this. No, this is about what's in here that we're going to put down on paper. What is your vision? How are you going to get there? What are the values that you're going to make your decisions on? The beliefs and the perspectives of where you are right now. We're going to go through that and go very detailed and go very deep into it. So the next week we're going to create an organization chart. But Greg, I only need 2 people. No, it's not about having 2 people. It's about what the big picture is. Maybe you're going to branch off and this guy's going to do that. But we're going to build that organization chart. Where do you want it to go? You got to have the dream in order to fulfill all these positions. We're going to talk about we're going to map out your wall of value, real important thing. If you don't know what you're worth, your time is worth, then you shouldn't be in the business. As a real estate professional, we get paid a lot of money for our knowledge and what we do and our fiduciary. We need to know about that. We also need to know about it if you're going to build a team, if you're going to build a company. What is the wall of value? What are you offering other people, whether it's real estate clients, buyers, sellers, or agents, or staff? What are you offering? What is your wall of value? Real important. Creating a team structure on week 5. Again, this is your top 5, the people that are going to run your business. And on 6, we're going to learn specific hiring guidelines. You know, I went through a lot over the years hiring people that I thought were all right. But we finally got this down to a science, to where we hire people, we know who we're hiring, what their strengths, what their weaknesses, and we do it very specifically how we do it. So I want you to join me on, now the course is $200, $197. What is that about? Listen, this course at $197 is 6 weeks, an hour a week, lots of homework, access to me over those 6 weeks. You can't get any cheaper. For $197, think of definitely less than one closing, less than a coach for 2 months. Coaching is $1,000 a month, right? So that would be a $1,500 value. So it's Disneyland, turning your fantasy business into a reality. 6-week course focused on turn your future business into a reality. Next session starts June 3rd, 2021 at 2 p.m. We will run every Thursday and for the next 6 weeks after that. So I want you to go to www.growyouриncome.co, because if you're like me, you understand the value, you understand the value of what's going on. You understand the value of learning from people who've been there before. Okay. I went through this with about 8 other people about 6 years ago. My business has changed threefold. Where am I? Threefold. Okay? Threefold. Since that time. I have gained more insight. I've opened up more companies in that time because I sat down and I learned this entire thing. And that's why I want to share it with you. So, buy the course. Join us June 3rd, and you'll be happy you did. Again, I'm Greg Flanagan. This is Fridays with Flanagan. Anybody got any questions on that? Happy to have you. I'm Greg Flanagan, Flanagan Home Team, Power Onward Masterminds, PowerOnwardMastermind.com. Come on over and see us. What else we got there? We're all done? Hey, go to www.growyouриncome.co and join us today. I appreciate you. Have a great day.